In the last 3 years, we have seen unprecedented changes in society. These changes challenge every major paradigm that has shaped our lives, nations, cultures, and communities. It is during times like these that we turn inward for truth. I too began to question the meaning of my existence and the meaning of success. Often, through these quiet, contemplative reflections, we come to find our purpose, our giftings, and even, as some would say, our calling in life. I choose to use my gifts in the service of goodness for the collective. After spending nearly 3 decades in the world of direct marketing, I have witnessed broad spectrum of changes in our industry. Having built a global organization that generated billions of dollars in sales, I have learned invaluable lessons in business and in life. I have been called to start a project that honors 2 words: love and contribution. I am building a global community that is focused on the well-being of everyone around us, physically, financially, and spiritually. With that said, get ready, for you're about to be a part of something meaningful, fun, and genuinely profound. It is time to get excited and rise to the calling of something far greater than what has been. Happy Tuesday. It is our time. Indeed, it is our time. And I just love watching the video. Every time I watch it, it just warms up my heart and reminded me of why we're here today. It is a calling. It is answering that calling. And so good morning, good evening, good afternoon, everyone. Well, thank you for tuning in on our Empowerment Tuesday. And today's topic is striking gold. And so, during today's topic, I like to cover 3 things. 1 is mindset. 2 is activities. And 3 is discipline. And so, and oftentimes when we think about, striking gold or someone struck gold, oftentimes we will think of miners, right? The gold mining, people that are mining gold. And when you think of gold miners, what do you see them wearing? Probably a hard hat and, working underground in probably tough conditions and mining for gold. And so the reason why I chose this topic is because, the last a couple of weeks after being in the field, working with people, and as people are trying to build their business, I want to really, further shed some more light about my experience, how I created I created kind of success I did, and along with the teams of people that we work with. And so with that, the first thing I want to talk about is mindsets, because now we're taking on a role as, the topic is striking gold or struck gold or striking gold, a gold miner. But now we are entrepreneurs in this process of mining gold. And so as an entrepreneur, I think having the right mindset is important. And for me, mindsets really, it's a combination of our perceptions and our belief systems. That's what forms our mindset. And so as entrepreneurs, I really want to get this out there, because a lot of time, in this platform, at 3, we have a lot of entrepreneurs that are new to this industry. And so perhaps some of them are entrepreneurs before and business owners, and most of them are, before they had a job. And so being an entrepreneur, I want to make sure that I articulate the mindset, what the mindset is like for an entrepreneur. Because oftentimes I hear some people go, well, you know what, I don't work on Saturdays, or I don't work on Sundays, or I turn my phone off at 6 o'clock or 7 o'clock or whatever, and it all depending on what it is you want to achieve through this platform. If you're an entrepreneur, most of the entrepreneurs I know, they don't work based on the clock. They work based on their goals. What are their goals in life in this project, right? And so what are their goals in life is one thing, but what are their goals? What kind of goals they want to achieve here at 3? And so having the right perception is very important, because if people go, well, you know what, I already have a full-time job and therefore I'm not going to work in the evenings. Well, you know, that's all fine if it serves your path in achieving your goals. So, but if those of you that really want to achieve greatness, whatever the greatness is in providing for your family or creating wealth, then I would suggest that we reevaluate and re-examine what that mindset is for you and your business. The mindset, the perception of what one can achieve. Okay. Second, what it takes to achieve that. Okay. So, you know, sometimes I hear people go, well, you know what, this is an easier platform. I was hoping that you'll do all the work for me. You're in the wrong platform. I ain't going to do no work for you. There is a system here that you can leverage. But in order for anyone to achieve any success, we have to put forth the work, you know, so I want to make sure that we put it out there so people have a better understanding, because to create wealth, whatever you were accustomed to achieve whatever success you had, if it's not to the satisfaction, if it didn't serve your needs, I would say, you know what, maybe perhaps we got to change our mindsets on what it takes to become quote unquote successful. And so I know it's kind of a little hard topic to talk about, but it is a necessity to achieve any kind of success. I think we got to have the right kind of expectation of what it takes to become successful. And so in case in point, I want to point back to here, to what I am doing. And so, you know, I come from a space the last, 14, 15 years of building a company from zero to become a $10 billion company. So after, we achieved that $10 billion mark, obviously at that time, the infrastructure, the team, everything is smooth because things were going, right? Because, was it smooth from zero? No, from zero, we got to go from, little steps to become a 10 billion now. So coming from that space, now going with a startup, okay, in that process, do you think there are challenges? Do you think there are obstacles? These are things that I have to. So the mindset. Let me backtrack a little bit. Okay, so after building a $10 billion brand, obviously financially, I'm very blessed. When I decided to answer the calling to take on 3, okay. The expectation of where I was lifestyle-wise and to what I've been doing the last 9 months, it's remarkable. There have been such a rich experience of growth. And it also had to dig deep on calling out some of my own shadow work, doing my own shadow work. And so that being said, I hope that all the entrepreneurs on this call, I know that many of you that are getting very excited, some of you on the road coming to our Anaheim convention in 2 days. And those of you that are coming, congratulations, you're taking forward the efforts. And that's a mindset. You're investing time and effort to come to the convention to invest in your business. So having the right kind of mindset is very important, because that mindset, like I said, is a combination of your perception and your belief system, because those two will influence the action that you will take. And because it influences the action that you will take, it will also impact the experience that you create. So if we want to go if there's a such thing as a shortcut, we'll go to the root. The root cause is having the right mindset, meaning the right perception of what it is, of what it is, and what it takes. Okay. So for those of you that says, you know what, yeah, I can see myself, getting my retirement plan. I can see myself getting some success. But if you're not willing to put forward the efforts, you know what, it's not going to happen. Okay, so I want to, and you are looking at not only myself, there's a group of people that have that's created tremendous success in this platform. And there are many great people that you will meet in Anaheim. They will share with their experience with you. So, but I want to pour this out there. I didn't get to where I am in my career by sitting there and getting comfortable. Embarking on embarking in this journey at 3, it costs everything out of me. Everything, every ounce of strength, every ounce of effort to come in to do this. And so mindsets is very important. I do hope that you have the right mindset. You are an entrepreneur. You are not an employee. No one's going to tell you what to do. So you want to become successful, you know what? Get off the couch. There are times you might just, you know what? I want to just lay down and you know what? If you really want to become successful, invest in yourself. Give yourself the opportunity. And I'm going to talk about obstacle in a little bit as we wrap up. And so first thing is mindsets. I think I hope I covered enough about the mindsets. A little strong, but I think you got what it takes, especially in the times we're living in right now. One could say there's times of uncertainty. There are things that's within our control. There's things that's beyond our control. But what's within our control is how we feel about things, how we look at things. And, we could choose to look at half empty or half full. And in the way I look at things, the way I look at this is this. Look, since I'm on earth right now, I'm going to make it the best I could. And so with the things that I could do, I can make an impact. So mindset. Number 2, activities. In this business, what kind of activities do you do let's just say, for example, let's just say that every single day you have a little small goal of making $100 a day through this platform. Then you have to ask yourself, what does it take for me to generate? What kind of results do I need to do to generate $100? So then you can say, okay, now I might have to sponsor through my team or whatever. I might have to sponsor 2 people a day. So having that kind of clarity, it's important, because having that clarity, then you'll be more inclined to get into action, right? So if you have to sponsor 2 people a day, then guess what? Then you say, okay, how many people do I have to talk to achieve that goal of $100 a day? So then you will work out a plan. Okay. So, but I want to say this first, of whatever goal you had, the daily goal you have set for yourself, just hold that in light, hold that in the best possible vibration you could, and say, you know what, I'm going to get it and I'm going to do it. And so if you haven't done it for the day, don't just sit on the couch. Just get up. If you really want it bad enough, if you really want to buy a big home for your family, if you really want to send your kids to college, whatever that is, get off the couch and go to work. So what are some of the activities? So I'm going to go over several activities. These are, there's a difference between activity and productivity. There's a lot of people that are very busy every day. But when they're with all the activity that's going on, we have to ask ourselves, examine those activities. Are those activities serving my target, my goal? Is it going to help me achieve the goals that I want to achieve? So it's very important for us to have discernment, for us to ask questions, not only in this business and in life, especially in whatever's happening right now. Okay. Have discernment. Okay. So coming back to business. Okay. I have a thing I tell my friends, in the daytime, I'm in a business. At nighttime, I'm a truth seeker. So, all right, coming back to this. So activities, first type of activities is filling the pipeline. Okay. You know how our business is, we call it exploration, right? Our products, technologies, we call exploration, curation, and then deliveries, right? It's the same thing when you apply to the activities. It's the same thing, okay? Exploration, what does that mean? You're going to explore the markets. You're going to explore with the people around you, okay? So how do you do that? First, you're going to ask questions, right? So kind of fill your pipeline, like the assembly line, kind of fill your pipeline. Who do you know that are, we talk about this. So who do you know who are looking for change? Who do you know that in times like we're living in right now, they feel a little unstable, or with a job, or with what's happening? Then just put them in the pipeline, and then you're going to curate a message. Okay. Curating a message is just writing out something that fits that particular person's circumstance. And then ask that question, right? So the delivering the question to them, right? And so after you ask the question, if they're yes, then you present the information, right? So the pipeline, filling the pipeline, asking the question, presenting the information, and then supporting. In that support is it could be follow up, answering questions, right? And also supporting the people who you sponsor into the business. And then the next thing is training. Okay. And so that is and then the other part is internal. It's your own learning and growing. The time that you're going to spend in this business, whatever time you're investing in learning about your business, learning about what make things work, how you make things work, how you make your business work, that's activity that's part of the whole activity pot. Okay. If you would. So I'm going to repeat again. The activity is pipeline, filling your pipeline. How do you feel? As you go out there and meet people, you're going to add it to your prospect list. Okay. Hopefully by now you all have your prospect list, right? People that you want to bring and expand your business with, right? So fill your pipeline, right? And the second thing is asking the question, right? Asking the question meaning, exploration. Hey, are you open to I want to say this, I know that I post something in a group, I think it was 2 or 3 days ago, I forgot now, but, Indonesia, our Indonesian market, the other day, they were the number one, in all the markets we're in, and a group of leaders, I really love it, many of them are first time in our industry, and do you know how they approach, what they say to people, and this is how they feel a part of the process of prospecting or filling the pipeline, right? And so their tagline is when people ask them what they do. I want to, before I tell you what that is, I want to share this with you. I have a couple of friends who are VCs, who are VC capitalists and venture capitalists, right? And so every time I get together with them, I say, hey, what are you guys working on? Oh, I'm doing $100 million project. I said, what is that? Oh, we're building some commercial property, hotels and resorts and whatever. Yeah, it's $100 million project, right? And sometimes, maybe you go to golf course or whatever, and you hear this traditional businessman of women, they talk about, mostly men, in a golf course, and they you ask them, what are you working on? Oh, I'm working on a $10 million project, right? So, and the other day I heard something quite refreshing, and that's why I think, right now they are really booming. Some of the leaders in Indonesia, these entrepreneurs, what they're telling people when they ask what they do? They're saying that I am building a $1 billion project. As a matter of fact, when I was doing a Zoom call the other day, one of the leaders, their display is $1 billion project. So when they spoke, it says $1 billion project speaking. So, think about, that's perception, what they perceive it to be possible. Now, it doesn't say that they're going to be a billionaire. No, they're just saying that I'm working on a $1 billion project. That is a belief system that they encoded themselves with. So you are, look, it's one thing if you're working with people who have never done $1 billion before. We have done $10 billion in 14 years. So we are working on a multi-billion dollar project. And so, and coming back to this, so filling the pipeline, asking the question, hey, are you interested to become a part of join me on working on a $1 billion project? And then, so once you ask a question, then you're going to show them what it is. You're presenting information, right? Plug them into the system, the system that we have in presenting the information, in showcasing the opportunity, and then supporting. Now, I want to take a minute to talk, to kind of digress, talk about supporting. A lot of times people as leaders, they spend so much time in supporting. I do believe in supporting, but we're also going to be very mindful when we support people. Sometimes you support so much to someone that so much is never enough to someone, and they don't even produce. So you have to, look, it's one thing of answering questions. There are someone just like, I don't want to use that word, but there are people just like, they just want to suck your energy, right? So, you listen, I've done my work. If you want to do more research, there's internet, there's Mr. Google. He can do your research, right? Or DuckDuckGo or whatever. So anyway, coming back to this. So support, it's important, but also we want to create also independence, and that they you are there for them. And you also have to look at how many hours are you giving and supporting. And sometimes people just, or some entrepreneurs just love to give and give and give information when there's nothing coming out of it. Well, you got your goals to meet. You got your goal that you set for yourself. If you keep on giving, and if it's not going to drive to the results you want, then maybe perhaps we're going to evaluate the time that we're spending on support. Okay. And don't forget, we have a whole community that you can leverage from with all the tools that we have put in place. Okay. So support and then training, right? And so training is part of the activities that will generate results. But again, don't go train somebody that you spend all this time training with no productivity. And I would say this, the best form of training you can give someone is to teach them and to show them how they make their first check. Let's say, for example, if I sponsor you, the fastest way I can show you how to sponsor somebody else, you get your first check. That is the most effective training, because you cannot train everything that you've learned in a short, brief 10-minute, 15 minutes, or an hour. So this is, you earn while you learn. It's not like you're going to learn everything and then you're going to go do it. No, you are learning and you're earning at the same time. It's unlike university, and in university, you go 4 years of school, then you graduated, then you buy yourself a suit or whatever, you go for a job interview, and then you go earn money. That's not how this works here. You earn while you learn, because you have people in this business that have had success, your sponsor or part of the tools that we have in place that you can learn and earn at the same time. As a matter of fact, some of you might have your team watching, and as they watch, they are learning, and you are learning together with them and earning at the same time. And so that's how this platform works. Okay. And so your own invest time in learning and growing. That's another activity. So to kind of sum up the activity, build your pipeline, asking the question, meaning, go, I don't like the word pitching, but for lack of better words, just pitching or whatever. But it's really asking the question, hey, do you see, just share the information with them. Okay. And then presenting the information, supporting, training, learning yourself. So these are kind of activities. So if you're doing whatever you're doing, you're busy, you are not getting the results. You ask yourself, am I doing the results producing activities? There's a lot of people that they'll have a lot of activities, but instead of results oriented, it's more of the relaxation activities, right? Oh, I'm going to go, play whatever balls. I'm going to go take time or whatever. So, it's just, I hope, I do hope this to call you out, whoever you are. Okay. So call you out. And that's listen, if you want to achieve anything besides 3, I don't care. Whatever traditional business, whatever business you want, in school, you want to achieve better grade. You want to get good grades. You got to put forth the effort. So, and, I just don't, I'm sometimes I get tired of hearing people, I'm working really hard. Stop it. Are you doing the right kind of activity to produce the results? If not, don't tell me you're working hard. We all work hard. I am working hard. Okay. We all are working hard. Daniel's working hard. Corporate people are working hard. So anyway, I had a long day, so I get a little emotional at times, human, right? So, okay, now, so we'll talk about activities. Then, last but not least, discipline. Okay, discipline means doing things when you don't feel like it. Today I had a long day and dealt with so many different things. Do I want, there are times on a selfish mode. Do I want to really get on a camera and talk? On a selfish mode, maybe not. But it's about discipline. There are so many entrepreneurs that are depending on this. They are looking for an opportunity. And when this is a calling, you better step up and go to work. So here I am. Okay. So discipline. There are times that you don't feel, let's say, for example, you set a goal of talking to 10 people a day. And let's just say that you haven't achieved, you only talked to 2. Well, guess what? If that goal is important to you, whatever that might be, I don't know. If it's important for you, you're going to put forth the effort and discipline yourself. Go do it. Building a billion. Now we're working on building a multi-billion-dollar company from scratch. Okay. So does it take a lot of discipline? You better believe it. The last 9 months, it has been an 18-hour day on an average for 9 months. Not only myself, for many people at corporate. And many of our leaders, we have been nonstop. And so I was joking with a friend. I said, listen, the last 9 months is like 9 years. Thank God for the product. So still looking pretty good with 18 hours a day. Well, with a little filter on Zoom helps. Okay, so I hope this is helpful to you. I want to keep it short but concise, that you get something out of this. Striking gold in the business world, meaning you've hit the jackpot or you hit success. But actually behind that success, beyond that, there's even a richer meaning. And that is beside, strike gold, yes, financially, material wise, you achieve success, finance, right? But there's a different dimension that you achieve even more. And that is get rich in the experiences of life. Get rich in knowing yourself. Get rich in knowing what you are capable of. Get rich in discovering your talents. Get rich in tasting different food and traveling different parts of the world. Think about this. How many people you know of that have worked hard their whole life? Oh, they just like saving for the rainy days. And yet, we're put on earth in this lifetime right now, and many people haven't seen different parts of the world. So I hope that through this session, you gain some insights and maybe open a little door, have the little courageous things to, one, call yourself out on the things that you are not doing. And also, more importantly, treasure every precious moment that we're living in right now. I know sometimes times could see tough. Especially if you turn on television. I have not watched television for decades. I have like 20 TVs at home. I don't even turn them on, not once. So just focus on what you need to do. I know you got this. We all got this. We're meant to do something special here. And the timing that we're living in right now, and know that we got each other. This is a global community. And last but not least, I talk about obstacles. In this platform and in this journey, in this business at 3, obstacles are part of the process. I have to remind myself today because I was going through some stuff myself today. And so obstacles in life is part of the process. And what I mean by that is this: imagine, let's just say that I'm not much of a sports person. I don't know how to play football or understand a football game, but let's talk about, maybe let's talk about, gambling. I'm not much of a gambler either, but let's talk about, you go to casino and you go gamble, and let's just say that if you were to gamble a game, I don't know, whatever that might be, blackjack. Okay. So let's just say that if you knew going into the game that there won't be any obstacle, you're going to win at every hand. So you flip the card, you're going to get blackjack, 21. You flip the card, you're going to get blackjack. Every card you flip, there's no obstacles. Well, how exciting is playing that game? After a little while, don't you get bored? Or get tired of boredom, right? My God, every hand. So that's how I remind myself. Sometimes through obstacles, we grow. Through obstacles, see, the key thing is this: through obstacles, we develop skill sets and win at the game despite the obstacles. Because through obstacles, you can learn, you can grow as a human being. And so I hope this is helpful to you. And it's been a pleasure to come on today. I went out there and disciplined myself to do the call here today. And I am really excited and looking forward to seeing many of you in Anaheim in 2 days on Thursday. All right, with that, have a beautiful day. Safe travels. Travel well, everyone. And looking forward to seeing you on Thursday. Have a great evening, good day, and make it productive. Remember, the right mindset, the right activity, and discipline yourself towards your dream. Thank you.